The Real Housewives of Miami Season 7. Meet the cast. Real Housewives of Miami is finally back for Season 7. A super-sized premiere was announced 1 year after Bravo renewed the series, and we finally know who will be in the cast. From familiar faces to newcomers, here is who will be bringing the drama to South Beach this year. Alexia Napola is back for another season, and it will be an emotional one. After Todd made the decision to file for divorce, Napola is relying on her friends for support to get through this challenging time in her life. Despite the divorce, rumor has it that they are still together. She and Todd now consider themselves to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Lisa Hochstein and her boyfriend, Jody, are also returning for Season 7. However, she is no longer living in her palatial Star Island home. She and Jody moved into a luxury high-rise together, and the other cast members have concerns. Larsa Pippen returns to RHOM after a very public breakup with Marcus Jordan. Even though she's single again, finding love is not her focus. She is living her best life in her new dream home and focusing on her children. However, her split from Jordan has caused an unexpected rift with a co-star. Gertie Abrera is back and cancer-free. But the healing process has been a difficult one. She is looking for support from her RHOM castmates. But with one of the ladies, she finds some unexpected conflict. Julia Lemagova is still tending to the farm with her wife, Martina Navratilova, in Season 7. The couple adopted 2 boys last summer and have no desire to be in the middle of drama. But that's not how it works when you're a cast member on Real Housewives of Miami. The drama is everywhere. The only newbie in the cast this season is Stephanie Shoje, but she appears to fit right in. She lives a luxurious, jet-setting life with her husband and dogs, without wanting to have kids. "I've always been a trailblazer in everything that I do," she told The Daily Dish. "All my decisions and all of my choices are always surprising everybody. I think the timing feels right, and here I am. And what better way to show who I really am than to do it on The Real Housewives of Miami?" Friends of the show this season once again include Marisol Patton, who is preparing to tie the knot with Boo Bear. Adriana Demora and Kiki Barth are also returning as friends. Demora promises a lot of twists and turns this season. "On a personal level, there is some conflict with friends that I thought I was friends with. Maybe not so much friends." The typical cattiness of housewives, Demora told Us Weekly. Season 7 of Real Housewives of Miami premieres on Wednesday, June 11, with a supersized episode. The show will air Wednesday nights on Bravo, and then each episode will be available for streaming the next day on Peacock. Tell us, will you be tuning in when The Real Housewives of Miami returns in June? Let us know in the comments below. The palm trees are swaying, the yachts are docked, and the drama is brewing. Miami is back on fire with Season 7 of The Real Housewives of Miami. And this time, it's glitzier, steamier, and more unfiltered than ever. With the sun as scorching as the shade being thrown, the ladies of the 305 are ready to shake things up. Whether you're in it for the high fashion, the Cuban coffee, or the explosive dinner parties, this season is poised to be iconic. Let's dive into the glam and glitter of the Season 7 cast and see who's making waves, mending fences, or flipping tables. Returning icons, familiar faces, new storylines. Alexia Napola, Lorena of Miami. Alexia is back, and so is her signature blend of resilience and fiery Cuban spirit. Often dubbed the Cuban Barbie, Alexia is entering Season 7 with new priorities, a deeper sense of self, and the same zero-tolerance policy for fake friendships. This season, she's balancing life as a businesswoman, wife, and mom while facing unexpected twists in her personal life. Expect laughter, tears, and maybe a heated mojito or two. Larsa Pippen, glamour, gossip, and growth. Love her or loathe her, Larsa knows how to command attention. With her booming jewelry line and a burgeoning relationship that has tongues wagging, Larsa is navigating romance and reputations under Miami's blazing sun. But with whispers swirling and frenemies watching, will she maintain her cool or crack under pressure? Lisa Hochstein, from mansion to mindfulness. Lisa's journey has been one of the most raw and riveting. Last season saw the fallout of her public divorce. This time, she's embracing rebirth. A new chapter, a new love interest, and a fierce determination to rise from the ashes. But can Lisa escape the ghosts of her past and the gossip of her present? Dr. Nicole Martin, Brains, Beauty, and Big Decisions. Nicole is back in her power scrubs and Prada heels. The anesthesiologist-turned-reality star is bringing brainy banter, clinical composure, and maybe even a wedding veil or two. But when family tensions clash with personal growth, Nicole may have to choose between peace and progress. Gertie Abrera, the Phoenix Party planner. After a heart-wrenching cancer diagnosis last season, Gertie is rising, stronger, bolder, and more fabulous than ever. A true survivor with a sparkle in her eye, she's pouring her energy into healing, hustling, and high-end event planning. But don't mistake kindness for weakness. Gertie's got fire behind that megawatt smile. Julia Lamagova, Love, Loss, and Lavender Fields. As the first openly gay housewife in the franchise, Julia has never shied away from vulnerability. Season 7 finds her reevaluating love, life on the farm, and her place among the group. With her wife Martina Navratilova in remission, Julia is embracing joy, but old friendships and new rifts may test her peace. New faces, fresh energy, fresh drama. Tanya Kalana, the disruptor. A philanthropist and lifestyle entrepreneur with roots in both Connecticut and Coral Gables, Tanya is the season's wild card. She's elegant, unpredictable, and unafraid to speak her mind. Married to a high-powered financier and mother of 3, she steps into the group ready to stir the sangria. But is Miami ready for her no-nonsense energy? Maricela Mary Delgado. Old money meets new era. Mary's family has been in Miami since the 1950s, and she's got the history and attitude to prove it. With a background in fashion and real estate, she mixes vintage charm with modern ambition. Her alliances shift like the tide, and she's not afraid to challenge the OGs if the vibe isn't right. Friends of the Housewives, stirring the pot. Kiki Barth, the scene stealer. Always camera-ready and effortlessly cool, Kiki remains a recurring delight. Her one-liners are unmatched, her fashion game is fierce, and she's got opinions. Kiki might not hold a mojito full-time, but she knows how to serve piping hot tea. Marisol Patton, cocktail queen of commentary. With her trademark thermos in hand and a tongue sharper than a stiletto heel, Marisol remains the unofficial narrator of Miami madness. Don't expect her to hold back, especially when spirits are involved. What to expect this season? Season 7 is shaping up to be a juicy cocktail of romance, betrayal, reinvention, and reconciliation. The trailer teases sun-drenched vacations, teary confessions, jaw-dropping fights, and more designer labels than you can count. The friendships are tested. Old wounds are reopened. And somewhere between the Botox parties and boat rides, real conversations emerge about love, legacy, and the Miami hustle. We'll see weddings planned, and maybe even called off. Health scares that unite even the unlikeliest of allies, a psychic visit that shakes the group to its core, and a very controversial podcast episode that causes fractures even filters can't fix.